All right, Shalom Maki. I'm back at it with another lesson. This one I want to go into birthdays. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth around the four corners of the earth, along with the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation. All right, Shalom. So this one I want to go into birthdays. All right, if you're a new listener, new watcher, you don't know what birthdays is about, we're about to get into it. And for you believers out there that already know what's up, Lord willing, this is more edification upon you. Okay, so a lot of us celebrate birthdays really not knowing what it's about. We just did it because our parents taught us it, our grandparents, so on and so on, and the whole world does it. It looks friendly and stuff like that, but little did people know, the purpose behind the candles on the cake, stuff like that, and the reason why people do these things. But the Lord himself, the God of the universe, made you born. He made you born that day. All right, he gave you your eyes, your nose, your ears to see. So more than anything, he should be praised on the day that you was born. All right, we shouldn't be praising ourselves, or people praising each other, saying happy birthday, because a lot of people, the majority of people, don't even be happy on their birthday. They got life problems already. They should just thank the Lord that giving them a breath for another day. All right, but with that, I'm gonna go right into it. Let's go to the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. So it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. All right, so these traditions, the traditions of men, once again, a lot of people have no knowledge on really what they're doing. Okay, these is actually witchcraft practices. All right, celebrating the day of your own birth, uplifting yourself, that self-praise and worship and stuff like that. All right, once again, on people's birthdays, I never seen anyone saying, I thank the Lord, I thank God for, allowing me to live another year. People just be focused on themselves, and other people focused on the day of that person was born and giving them all the praise. But we know, the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is the one supposed to give all the praise because he makes you live another day. Okay, I'm going to read it again. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. All right, who be after Hamashiach? On the anniversary of their birth. No one be trying to dip in and give him all the praises, honor, and glory. They give the creature, which is yourself, the praises, honor, and glory. Okay, so from there, I want to go into the book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. All right, so it says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, you see? So he's the one that kills, allows people to die this day, and allows people to be born on that same day. All right, a lot people are going to die every single day. Someone is going to die and someone's going to be born. And that goes by the thousands, by the millions, okay? We don't make ourselves born. All right, so who should be getting the praise, honor, and glory on the day you were born, on your birth date? All right, that's the Most High. All right, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And that's his true name in the ancient Hebrew. Okay, this is the God of the universe we're talking about. I'm going to read it again. It says in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39, it says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. You see, he wounds and he heals. All right, you don't heal yourself. You don't look at when you get a wound or whatever, you don't say, I'm going to heal myself. No, the Lord that made your body, he heals your body on his time. Okay, and it takes patience and faith for your body to heal itself. Okay, but you don't heal your body. All right. All right, so from there, let's go to the book of Romans. All right, the book of Romans. So, the Lord should be getting all the praise, honor, and glory for allowing you to live another day. When you get hurt, that heals your body. Okay, but we so focused on ourselves and self-worship and self-praise and just self these days, we forget about the Most High. All right, so this is Romans chapter 1 and verse 25. So it says, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. See, so we got taught from generation to generation to serve the creature more than the creator. All right, more than the creator. On someone's birthday, we serve that creature more than giving thanks to the one that created it. Okay, more than giving thanks that created it. Even that creature would praise himself or herself. I'm going to read that again. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who blessed it forever. Amen. All right. So they serve themselves more than the one that actually created them and gave them life. You see? All right. So from there, let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 27. All right, so it says, for the worshiping of idols not to be blamed is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. All right, now worshiping yourself and just giving all the honor and glory to yourself on the day you was born, that's an example of idol worship. Okay, worshiping yourself as an idol. All right, and not to the Most High God of the universe, whose name is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. The Father and the Son that created you and everything in the world. Okay? I'm going to read that once again. Wisdom of Solomon 14:27. For the worshiping of idols is not to be named, Salakia. Let me read that again. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Selfishness. Okay? Me. All right. Me. That's why you got a gang of wars and all over the place. Okay. And you got just wickedness all over the place, man. Wickedness, idol worship. Okay. People idolizing themselves, idolizing their cars, their success, their money, their jobs, their bodies. It's all about self. Okay. All that idol worship is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Okay? Not trying to come to these scriptures and not trying to come to wisdom to let go of yourself so we can have peace and harmony upon the face of the earth. That's the reason why there's no peace and harmony on the face of the earth, is because of all this idol worship. All right? And once again, I'm going to say it again. These days, the time we're in 2024, the biggest idol that people are worshiping is themselves. Okay. All right. So from there, I'm going to go to right here. This is the Satanic Bible. All right. Written by Michael A. Aquino. Okay. Now, we study the enemy. All right. When you go to war, you study the enemy to see which moves he's about to make, that he's going to attack on you. That way you could counter react. Okay. Now, we don't carry this and we don't read this Satanic Bible to follow it and this and that. Okay, we go into it to study the enemy. So I'm going to read you what it says in the Satanic Bible. All right, religious holidays. It says the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion is the date of one's own birth. It says this is in direct contradiction to the holy of the holy days of other religions, which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthropomorphic form of their own image, thereby showing that the ego is not really buried, you see? All right? So the highest of satanic holidays in the Satanic religion is one's own birth. Okay? It says, I'm going to read that again underneath the highlighted part. It says, this is in direct contradiction to the holy of holy days of other religions, which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthropomorphic form of their own image, thereby showing that the ego is not really buried, right? Because when you follow the God of the universe, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, we're supposed to bury our ego. Because when we bury our ego, that's what brings peace and harmony. You know, when you're around someone that has a high-ass ego, that shit is irritating. You know, you're around a party and someone is just boasting their own ego. That just, you know, it interrupts the harmony, peace and harmony within that, you know, that gathering. Okay? So this is coming from the Satanic Bible right here. The highest holidays in the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion is your own birthday. Okay? Is your own birthday. All right? So from there, I'm going to go to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. So it says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy." All right. So you see that all over the place. Men lovers of themselves, selfies all over the place. You go on Instagram, you click on a person's profile and they got nothing but 1,000,000 selfies of themselves. Self-worship. You have covetous, boasters, proud, high ego, unthankful, unholy, unthankful for the little that they got. You know, unthankful for the marriage that they're in. You know, unholy. It says verse 3, without natural affection. Truce breakers. All right. Truce breakers. You make an agreement with someone and they say, yeah, let's make that an agreement. And then when the time comes, you know, that you guys have to work that deal out, or you have to work together in that deal, they ain't there on what they agreed upon. All right. So it says false accusers, incontent, not content with the little that you have, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh. You see, lovers of pleasures. All right. Ain't nobody seeking out the wisdom and knowledge and understanding and giving God the praise, honor, and glory. Why? Because they're lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, of God. All right. This is the God of the universe, the one that made you, the one that created you. Lovers of pleasures, way more unthankful. Okay. What we see right here in verse 2, unthankful of the God that created you, not giving him the praises, honor, and glory for every day waking up and the next year that you have upon planet Earth. The eyes that he gave you, the nose to smell, the ears to hear. Okay. Verse 5, it says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Okay. All right. Because they're full of their ego, man. All right. So from there, let's go to John chapter 12. The book of St. John chapter 12 and verse 25. So it says, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. All right. So I want to dip into that. It says, he that loveth his life shall lose it. All right. Why? Because that's idolatry. Now, it's not talking about like, you know, on this part, it says, he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. Now, that's not talking about, oh, I hate myself, I got to do drugs and slash my wrist. No, that's not talking about that. What it's talking about is the natural beast that we are. We were born in sinful bodies. So when we see ourselves going off, For example, we see ourselves getting caught up in self-worship. We see ourselves getting caught up in sin, the lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. We're supposed to hate that. All right. Because we weren't born in perfect bodies. We weren't born in a perfect mind. We're constantly going to go off. We are sinful beings. That's what that's talking about. All right. So it says, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. So he that loves his life, he that loves his ego, he that loves pleasures more than for the love of God. That's an example of loving your life. And it says, he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal, which means hating your sin, hating those sinful desires. All right. Knowing because you want to desire and please, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, Hamashiach. All right. So we can have that peace and harmony. It takes work to hold on to your ego. And if your ego don't pertain to how you constantly want things to go to keep your ego up, it's going to make you miserable. Okay. That's why we don't hold on to our egos, because people that try to keep up with their ego and they're no longer worshiped by people, or they're no longer pleased by the level of what feeds their ego, they're going to end up miserable. Okay. That is not the peace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. Okay. So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 2. So it says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. All right. So it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Right. OK, so we stay in the house of mourning because when you read the scriptures, Yahweh Shai, he was a man of sorrows. All right. He was a man of sorrows. Yeah, he had his feasting, and he had his times, going to parties and stuff like that. But ultimately, he was a man of sorrows. Right here, it says sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Yeah, because that's where you learn the most. You learn the most in your dark times. You start analyzing shit more, rather than when you're laughter and always joking around. You really don't learn shit about life too much, That's the reason why I said the house of mourning, it is better to go to the house of the mourning, okay? Because you learn more. When people are sick, dying, you talk about death, you talk about the afterlife. Those things are guaranteed to happen, okay? And we meditate on that stuff and just be thankful. It helps you be thankful for the little that you got, and it helps you be thankful for the little time that you got on planet Earth, rather than to be joking around and stuff like that and being caught up in foolishness. All right. So let's go to 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. So it says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Okay, so we brought nothing into this world, man. We brought nothing into this world. So it says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Because a lot of people, it's hard for them to remain content. They could have great gain and still not be content. They could still be unthankful and feel like they need more. I'm like, dang, you got 5 mansions here, 5 boats here. You could take trips anywhere in the world you want, but they're miserable. They're not content. They want more and more. They're not at peace, knowing that we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out. So for you to be able to have that state of being content, with the little that you have, that is great gain. Because just like I said, rich men, they cannot get to that level of contentment, be appreciated with the little that they have. They need more and more and still are not appreciated. So obviously money can't buy peace. Okay. So from there, let's go to John chapter 15, St. John. All right, St. John chapter 15. We'll go to verse 5. So it says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing, you see. For without Yahawashi ye can do nothing. Because he's the one that makes your heart pump to actually be able to live another year. You to breathe, you to see, you to hear. He should be the one to give all the, he should be the one getting all the praises, honor, and glory on that day, anniversary date that you was born. Okay, because you only get one birthday, and that's the day you're born. Other than that, it's just an anniversary date. And each anniversary date, just like I said, you should be giving Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, all the praise. And once again, that's the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son that created you, the whole universe, and everything in it. Okay? So I'm going to go to 1 John. The book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world is the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. You see that? So he said, don't love the world, neither the things that are in it. It's just the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Everyone proud here, man. Lusting after everything, lusting after each other. Okay? None of that is of the Father. Notice when people lust and strive for those things, they don't be really talking about the Father. And if they do, they ask to say, oh, I pray that I get this new car or home or this job. But nothing to please him or nothing to even dip and to receive his wisdom and instruction. You know, everything that's going to pass away. All that shit you put your hope and trust in and strive for is going to wither away. We'll read about it right here in verse 17. It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. Okay? Because he's the one that puts our spirits in these bodies. All right? Our spirit, when we're born, he puts our spirit in the body. We die, the spirit goes back to him. And he determines what he does with our spirit. You know, he could, if you lived a life of disobedience, when you die, and then you got to come back, he could put your spirit in a fucked up body that can't even walk, paraplegic. All right. And for those that don't understand reincarnation, let's go to it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14. 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 35. So it says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of ungodly be declared. Okay? So the judgment comes when we live again. All right? And determine what life we're living, that's that judgment we're playing out. Okay? That's the reason why people were born with, jacked up limbs, and born with different diseases, born with different disabilities, because they're coming back to pay off, their judgment of the previous life, the wicked previous life they lived. Okay. All right. So from there, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7. So it says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. You see? So this body it's just as dust, and it's going to return back to the earth, and your spirit shall return back to Yahweh who gave it. So you didn't put your own spirit in this body, whatever particular date you was born in. All right. Yahweh should get all the praises. God should get all the praises, I'm going to read that again. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. Okay. All right, so from there, let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19. So it says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own. You see, so we are not our own. All right, we are not our own. You know, these temples is Yahweh's, man. You didn't create your own fingers. You didn't create the way your body shape is. All right, verse 20, it says, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify Yahweh in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh's. Okay. So he's the one that's supposed to get all the praise, honor, and glory for the body you live in, for the life you experience, not ourselves. All right. So from there, let's go to Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. So it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not on your own understanding. Okay. So we trust him through these scriptures. We don't lean on our understanding, because you'll have some people, and I'm a witness of this. You show them the truth about birthdays in that satanic Bible, you know, and they're like, oh man, dang, you know, maybe I shouldn't do it. Or they understand. And they say, you know what, I'm gonna just celebrate it anyways for my kids, my mom, this and that, because, you know, I'm just used to doing this. You know, leaning on their own understanding, but not knowing, man, they're going to get destroyed. Okay? They're going to get destroyed. Now, there's different ways you could come about it, like, you know, to your mom or brother, you know, like, man, I'm very thankful for your presence to be with us another year. Okay? But as far as buying them a cake and candles and all that, right after you got the knowledge of what the celebration of birthdays is all about, then you're going off, man. And, you know, but once again, this knowledge that we read about is for the elect. The elect won't care. The elect is going to follow wherever the Lamb goes. Whatever instruction is given, the followers of the Lamb, we're the elect, they're going to follow wherever the Lamb goes. All right. And that's Yahweh Shai. Whatever instructions. It don't matter if the world calls them crazy or calls them any kind of names. They ain't going to celebrate these things. All right. So let's go to the book of Romans. The book of Romans, chapter 14 and verse 5. So it says, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his mind. All right, so we can't persuade anyone to really get this, really understand what's really going on when they celebrating birthdays. Just let every man be persuaded in his mind. All right, because once again, this is for the elect only. We're not here to gather up believers and make them see the truth. That's not our job, to make them see the truth and to follow the truth. Okay, this is only for the elect, and the elect is going to cleave to it and understand right away. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Romans chapter 14, verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Okay, so let every man be persuaded in his own mind. All right, we're not supposed to break our necks to get people to believe, you know, the instructions and the truth of the matter. It's not up to us. All right, and we don't care. We only care about the elect. That's it. We only care about the elected ones that is destined to receive and understand this truth. That's all we care about. All right, so let's go to Philippians, the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 3. So it says, let nothing be done through strife and vain glory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. It says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay? So let things be done in lowliness of mind. Let us esteem others better than ourselves. Okay? Let us look on the things of another person's rather than our own. Okay? That's how we're supposed to be, denying thyself, giving the Lord the praises, honor, and glory. All right, and the love of our brethren. Okay? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 33. So it says, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways. All right. So why are we going to trim our ways to seek love from others? Why are we going to go out of our way to buy a cake for someone, you know, to trim the Lord's ways for love? Nah, man, we ain't going to do that. We give all praises, honor, and glory to the one that created you. You know, we ain't going to buy you a birthday cake. And, you know, we may say, you know, I'm thankful for the Lord to allow you for allowing your presence here another year, because once again, who kills and who makes alive? That's the Lord. We read about that in the beginning of the lesson, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. He kills and he makes alive. So that's the truth. You know, I'm going to tell them, man, I thank the Lord that he allowed your presence to be with us another year. You know, we ain't going to trim thou the Lord's ways to seek love. I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Okay. Have we taught the wicked ones the Lord's ways? All right. That's what we're here to do. Because you have some of the elect out there that still live in a wicked life. But once they hear this truth, you know, they're going to turn from their ways. All right. All right. So I'm going to close it out with this one. This is the book of James. All right. The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4. So it says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. Okay. So, yeah, we don't want to be friends of the world just because the world is doing it, you know, following after the traditions of men and not after Yahushua HaMashiach. You know, we ain't a part of that. That's the world. Okay. I'm going to read this one last time before I close out. James chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. Okay. So we're apart from that. All right. He came to set us apart. He came to take us out of the world. And therefore, since he take us out of the world, therefore the world hateth us. All right. They're going to call us wicked and this and that, and for not celebrating these days. But hey, it is what it is. We know what's coming next, and we strive for the kingdom of heaven. Okay. But with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth around the four corners of the earth, along with the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation. All right. Shalom.